Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel, MMC. My name is Yvette and I'm so glad that you found us. Well, today I've got a lot going on. I've got some canning going on behind me. I've had bread making. I'm doing all sorts. So before we jump into all of that, please consider subscribing as we're bringing out new content all the time. On Mondays we do vlogs. On occasional Wednesdays there are shopping hauls or craft videos, and then on Fridays is garden tours, and you're not going to want to miss the garden tours because we've had something exciting going on, so that's great. Okay, let's jump into this vlog. Okay, vinegars and chopstick. Give this a stir. You have to stir these. These have got another 2, maybe 3 weeks. So let me set you up on the tripod while I try and work my way through stirring all of these. That's for almond milk, what I'm going to make in a minute. I'll make my own almond milk. Stir all of these. Last one. If you don't know how to make vinegars, they are fully edible, but I do use them for cleaning. But you can use them for food. I will link a video up in an iCard up here somewhere for you. It goes through me making vinegars. It's ever so easy. Okay, let's have a look what's going on in my dehydrator today. Dehydrated sourdough. I pulled out of some of my starter and dehydrating it, and then I'm going to seal it in a jar. And then it's my backup then, because you can rehydrate this and have another sourdough on the go. So I've got a jar in the fridge with sourdough in, because I've just made a loaf. That's drying, so that's my backup sourdough. And here's my sourdough loaf that I made this morning. Looking rather good. Really pleased with this. I do sourdough was a little bit different from most. There is no discard method in my sourdough. If you'd like to learn on how I make my sourdough, just let me know in the comments down below and I can do a video on it. But my method's really easy. As I said, there's no discard with it, so easy. Right, let me tidy up and wash my hands, and then I will be back. Okay, I put some almonds in a bowl. I probably should measure them so you know. It's probably about a cup at a guess of almonds. Yeah, it's about a cup of almonds that I've soaked overnight in water with a tiny pinch of salt. And now this morning they are all ready to go. All we add to this is some water and our whiz. Okay, I'll play some music while this is going. Okay, we're going to strain some of this off in a jug sieve, and the sieve is lined with some cheesecloth. if you had a bigger machine than I've got, you could add more water in at a time. Unfortunately, I can't. So, gonna keep going. So I will bring you back when I've got all this nice and full. So all I'm gonna do is put the lid on and whiz again. And that's all we're going to keep doing until I've got enough milk. I normally try to aim for about a pint or so of milk as a rough guide. Pop back up, put it back into the blender. And we're going to get it. And we're going to wring out as much of it as we can. See? Here we are, nice almond milk. And there we are. My almond milk ready to go, and put it in the fridge. And before you pour any out, always give it a quick shake first. Okay, let me clear this up and then I will be back to show you what I do with the pulp. Do not throw this pulp out. Okay, now if you want to sweeten your almond milk up, you could blend in a couple of dates that sweeten it. I often put vanilla in, vanilla extract in. That tastes nice. It's all done to taste. But this, right, when I dehydrate it like this and put that on straight on the dehydrator, move that out the way, and then once it's dehydrated, I grind it in my coffee grinder, so it's like a very fine flour. What this is, and then I use this to put into pancakes, into oatmeal, into cakes. You can use it to put anything in. So that's just my last lot. It's only a tiny little jar. So never throw out your almond pulp. There's still goodness in this. A lot of nutrients still. So let me clear this bit up and I'll be back. Okay, you're ready for the £1.50 challenge. I thought I'd do a quick recap. We have white rice, we have some bread flour, we have some penne, stock cubes, ragu, yeast, spaghetti hoops, sliced carrots, peeled potatoes, baked beans, garden peas, chopped tomatoes, another spaghetti hoop, and another tin of baked beans. So that's 3 weeks there. As you can see, I've kept my receipts. That's the 3. So the 4th week is here. And in this one, we've got a bag of porridge oats. That's 1 kilo. And porridge oats, 75 pence. A tin of baked beans, 22 pence. Peach slices, 31 pence. Rice pudding, 20 pence. And that was a grand total of £1.48. That's the prices there. And what I do is I put, if I've underspent, I put the change in a little pot and I take it with me the following week. If I've overspent, I take some of the change out of the pot, so it all balances at the end. So, week 4. Let's get this in the box. put you there. Rice pudding, peach slices, baked beans, and the 4th receipt. I like to keep it all together. So that is week 4. Look how that box is looking. Look at that. That is great. And if you are not filling up your pantries and stocking up, I suggest that you start very soon. Food shortages, supply chain issues, and everything else that this world is going to throw at us in the next, I don't know, 6 months, a year. They're saying we're going to end up in a recession, but to be honest, I think we're already in a recession. You know, the petrol prices have gone up, your gas, your electricity, they've gone up, everything's gone up. Food is going up almost on a weekly basis, I've noticed that. So if you're not stocking up, now's the time to stock up, because it's better to pay today's prices than next week's prices, because next week's prices are a lot higher. So I urge everyone to start stocking up. Don't go out panic buying, and don't go out and buy willy-nilly. Buy the things you eat. These are the things that we as a family eat. There is nothing in here that we don't eat. So you don't have to go out and spend a lot of money to start stocking up. This is why I'm showing you this £1.50 a week. And look, 4 weeks in and we've got a lovely little box full. This is going to make a difference. This is going to ensure my kids have food in their bellies for when tough times come. So please don't want to panic or worry anybody, but I think it is sensible to have a stocked pantry and a working pantry that you work through it and rotate it. To me, I think it ensures that you have food in at all times, no matter what happens. So I want to be sure that I can feed my kids and my family, and by doing this, I can ensure that. So, as I said, I'm not going out panic buying. There's no need to. Just £1.50 a week does this. So if you haven't started, consider starting. I think it'll be a clever move. If nothing comes of this, you know, that the world evens itself out somehow, some way, what have you lost? Nothing. You've still got food in your pantry to use. It's a win-win. You're not going to lose. So always stock what you eat. Don't panic buy. Just get a little at a time, as I'm showing you, and we'll be all okay. Also on stocking your pantry, things like that. Start now to learn new skills. If you haven't ever made bread, now's the time to try and fail, because later on, when money is even shorter because everything else has gone up, you can't afford to fail then. So learn how to make your own bread. I've been making my own bread for 2 years. I make sourdough, I make a quick bread, I make normal bread, I use a bread machine, I do it by hand, I do it all. Because it's good to know. So if you've never made sourdough or a loaf of bread, try. Start giving it a go. Follow the instructions. There's plenty of good bread recipes out there on the internet and YouTube that will take you step by step by step to ensure the best chance you've got. Get that little skill underneath your belt. You can't go wrong. It's a handy skill to have. If you're not growing a garden, I suggest now also is a good time to start growing a garden too. Even if you only can get a couple of buckets on a balcony, fill one of those buckets up with different herbs, fill the other one up with, I don't know, tomatoes, spinach, anything. But now is the time to start doing these things to try and help ourselves, to help offset our food bill. We want to be able to eat, you know, fill bellies. Well, that's where the garden's coming in. It's going to give us, we planted potatoes, green beans, radishes, lettuce, spinach, broccoli, cauliflower, kale, Brussels sprouts, cucumbers, tomatoes. We're growing it all, and we do every year. Have I pushed and got a bit more in than I normally do? Oh yeah. Definitely, it's something I believe in. So I want to try and home preserve a lot of my gardening food. So there'll be stuff going in the freezer, there'll be stuff going in the dehydrator, there'll be stuff going in the canner, which you can hear at the moment. I've got stuff going on in the canner. So start growing a garden, start stocking your pantry, and start learning your skills. None of it is going to ever see you wrong. None of it is a waste of time. Even if, as I said, the world evens out, you've still got all these skills underneath your belt, ready for a time that you may need it. So, let me sort myself out and I will be back. As you see, my canned goods is constantly being added to. We've got chicken, we have beans, we have green beans, we have carrots, we have potatoes, we have stock, we have beef, we have chicken stock, we have some canned pork, we have some chicken. It's all here. And then I try to hold quite a lot of rice and oats. Here's my other sort of flakes. This is what I use to make my porridges with the oats. I like to add extra little bit of nutrition in with these different things. And same as the granola. So you can see that things are being done. I like to have these herd rice put in these in the mason jars all ready to go because my kids love this rice. There's only about 3 or 4 jars. We'll go through that, crikey, within the next 2 or 3 weeks they'll be gone, so I'll be refilling them. So these are going down. So we do use all of this. But if you like this video, please give it the big thumbs up and consider subscribing. We are bringing out content every week without fail, multiple times a week. And it's only going to get busier as the summer season, the gardening season comes. There's going to be more and more coming your way. Canning projects, dehydrating projects, craft projects, gardening tours, oh you name it, we're doing it all. So, and if you haven't thought about building a pantry, now's the time to consider it. I know I've already said it, but I really believe in having a working pantry. I think it gives you peace of mind, reassurance that no matter what goes on in the world, you can still feed your family. And to me, that is the most important thing. So enough said. I'll let you all go on. Thank you for joining us today, and we will see you on the next one. Bye.